ladies and gentlemen. You have waited all week.
Yeah, Boogie Page. Throwing it down for All Things BMX is ready. I know I am. Just hack the ATB Airways. Let's kick it. All Things BMX. It's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if we need some info, they got the best. Like and subscribe, kick back and relax. And it's All Things BMX. It's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if we need some info, they got the best. So like and subscribe, kick back and relax. All Things BMX are streaming to you. So post up on your couch, Screencast to YouTube. It's gonna be fun, it will be a blast. You gotta do much but kick back and relax. They coming to you live from a studio, or they might be at the track, man, you never know. So don't go anywhere when my rhymes are done, cause the show's just starting, let's have some fun. I said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. So like and subscribe, kick back and relax. I said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. So like and subscribe, kick back and relax. All Things BMX got the boogeyman's back, so I wrote them this track to send some love back. JT, Melissa, Chris and Paul, DJ Damon, can I get it, entertain y'all? And I wonder who they'll have on the show as a guest. I bet someone good who's gonna impress. Guess I will just have to wait and see. Let's get the show going and start the party. Said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. Like and subscribe, kick back and relax. Said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. Like, subscribe, kick back and relax.
Welcome to the All Things BMX Show. We're season 3. Episode 107, man. Wow. I know.
We've done this 107 times, roughly.
We've done it way more than that. Way more than that.
Those are just the ones where...
Yeah.
That doesn't include the Fridays.
Yeah, those don't count the Fridays. It is episode 107. Don't mess with Texas. We have track operator Chris Allen with us this evening. Looking forward to talk to him. Our opening song is brought to you by the Boogeyman himself. We're going to have the link for his Spotify channel. Make sure you guys go check him out. He's doing big things, living that life down in Florida now.
Good stuff going on there, man. Check out Boogie. He's rocking it.
He's not... We haven't had a guest on yet that when they hear the opening song, they're not bobbing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're jamming.
Shoot, I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's catchy,
dude,
man.
it's our fire-up song right there.
It's catchy.
It is.
Plus, it's ours.
Yes.
He wrote it specifically for us. I think he says it in there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple of times.
Wrote us this track to send some
times.
love back.
Yeah.
How's that?
Damn,
With the memorize.
Spitting the verbiage over here.
Chris has been karaoke in it. He is all about it.
He's
That's
talking
damn
to a
sure.
publisher right now.
Yeah.
A producer. I
I'm
guess
taking
it was.
care of you, Boogie. I got this thing hooked up.
Oh, man. The show's chat's brought to you by BMX Rocks Photography. Make sure you guys check them out. Doing big things. Look, if you got a picture and you want to have it on a T-shirt, a bag, underwear, whatever you want, make sure you can get it done. They'll do it for you. And they have signature shirts. I got a taco shirt, so check them out. BMX Rocks Photography. Tonight's showcase is sponsored by Answer BMX. Newsmaker is brought to you by our good friends out of Cape Coral. Morris Digital Design. Sorry, I lost track there.
I'm not the only one that flubbers over that one.
Morris Digital
Everyone
Design.
saw.
They bring us the Newsmaker segment with BMX Racing Forum. So if you guys need a website, check him out. He's a BMXer. He knows how to make a website for BMX.
He makes a cool BMX website.
He does. We got to get more content on there, Chris.
Oh, dude.
we do.
Yeah.
Melissa's-
Hey, if you want to know how long it is to go on Mighty Mo's BMX cruise, just go to allthingsbmxshow.com.
I think that's about what's on there.
That's it.
Is that it? That's the one thing.
We will be adding the number plates. We'll be debuting later. Melissa's World Famous Trivia segment is brought to you by our good friends from Bombshell. What's going to be on next week?
Oh,
Dave.
420 Smokedown Show.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I can't show up for that.
You probably shouldn't.
What you mean you can't?
We'll
show
all
up for
be
that?
asleep. You better show up because you'll be the only one here
you-
running the whole thing. Announcer Paul is brought to you by. Announcer Paul is brought to you by Richfield Park. Paul, thanks for coming in this evening, making the drive down. Hey, last night was a good time out at the track.
Dude,
man.
yes, it was. It was nice to be back out, man. Get some vitamin D,
Got it.
all
Yeah.
that good stuff. It was
for
a nice
Pretty good
day.
turnout up there, did you?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
about
it was-
40 riders, man.
Yeah.
So for those that aren't from the Midwest, we were able to sneak in a gate practice.
It's
we had good
on.
enough weather, so it was nice. And we were out at Paul's track. It was a good time.
It was
Yeah, it
nice.
looked like a lot of fun.
Track was nice and smooth. I mean,
was.
the first two straights were great.
Our
and-
gate pad moved to like a quarter of an inch over the winter.
Damn
That was
frost laws.
odd,
It's probably
dude.
GM's
It did
trucks
the
driving
slide.
by. DJ Damon's brought to you by our friends at Truth BMX. Birthday shout-outs are brought to you by On Two Wheels BMX. And the show opener is brought to you by our good friends at Gate 9. He's been tending to the zoo lately, adding many attractions. So we appreciate him helping us out. Chris, let them know where they can listen and watch the show.
All right, everybody. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you stopping by. You can check out the live stream version of our show, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Sponsored by Mega Design Group. So, like I say, if you're looking for a tent setup for your team, or you need a trade show, something, packaging, marketing stuff, get a hold of Mega Design Group. They'll take care of you on that deal. Make sure you like and subscribe. Reach up there and hit that little thumbs up button while you're watching the show. We also do a podcast version of the show, which is brought to you by Dye Job Apparel. You can get your podcast version anywhere you get your podcast from. So check that out. Dye Job Apparel, you need...
There you can get anything.
Jeez.
Just think of it. And you can get it.
Jerseys, T-shirts, socks.
You can get
Jesus.
producer Melissa's thermos over here.
Oh,
slash
yeah, her
tumbler.
little...
Yep, there you go.
What do you call it? Sippy
Slippers,
cup? or-
dude. Slippers.
Sippy cup?
I don't know.
What the
That's what we
We're
call
off to a
it.
good
Wait,
start.
man.
I'm gonna let you know. You,
You
catch
call
Melissa.
that a sippy cup? You fill it up with wine?
You catch her at the right time. It is a sippy cup.
Good point.
It has water in it, right?
Right.
Melissa, what do we call that?
Is that potato water?
Drink cup?
Or
I don't know.
Tumbler.
Tumbler?
Yeah.
Is it?
Probably what I would call
I just
it.
took a guess.
All right, anyways, you can get a cup
I call it
with your
decorated.
logo printed on there. Like
Decorated.
Melissa's
Or
one
Chris's
off.
face.
Yeah, big old pitcher of beer.
Nobody's going to want that.
Pay
Trust-
someone to get that.
Oh, dude. So check us out, podcast version.
Product placement there.
Yeah.
I
Otherwise,
can see the ATB on it. Oh, Sean
good.
says it's called a
It's a tumbler. It's a
it's
tumbler.
a tumbler. Okay. Well,
That's
that's
technically
a
a
Dye
tumbler.
Job Apparel guy, so it's a tumbler.
It is.
He'll
All right.
know
He
what
makes
you
them.
want now.
Everybody go to...
If you're a track and you need awards done, he makes them.
He does, and he makes cool... Hey, our track... oh, gosh.
Nope. You want to do a commercial? And then
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
heaven from God's green light here.
Puts us on a squint equal
no,
level.
we're blessed, and we're good and super excited. Am I good on the screen? My daughter was trying to call, and I had
No, we lost you for a second. You'll pop back up here.
Okay,
in a
hold
second.
on.
Nope. Yep. Nope. We completely lost Mr. Allen. All right, so we'll stall until he joins back in because I know what that screen looks like. And we apologize about the mute there for a second. We'll wait till Chris joins us back in. He's got tons to talk about this week. They've got all kinds of stuff. Their week in DeSoto is insanely busy. Just a normal week down there.
It's like they got something going on almost every night. I don't know.
I think they do.
Those guys rest, man.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Okay,
There we are.
Christopher's ip is
I'm
back.
so sorry.
No, it's all right.
It happens.
It happens.
That's why we're live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
this
live.
is live, so
I forgot the
Oh,
mute
wow.
button
Can
when
we-
we came back from commercial. It's
happens,
okay.
happens.
So how about just retake?
There we go.
Ooh, let's do a retake.
Welcome to
We
the
need
show,
one of them
everybody.
Welcome back from commercial. Thank you, DJ Damon, for playing the music no one could hear. Let's welcome our guest in, Mr. Allen from DeSoto BMX.
Hi, Chris.
Damon's hitting a little.
Take two.
Here we go.
Snap.
All right, Chris, how's it going?
Blessed as always, and just a big shout out to y'all. And before we get started with anything, I want to tell you how awesome and proud I am personally from starting off with Chris's Corner, Chris's Carpool, and seeing the beginning of All Things BMX, and even our buddies over at the Beer Budget BMX Show, Coffee Chatter, all the way back when, all the shows in BMX. What y'all have done with the show and the level you've taken it to, it's so exciting to watch. Heck of a lot better than watching Chris's Corner or Chris's Carpool with the production and everything. It's amazing, and please keep evolving because it's beautiful.
Well, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
We enjoy watching you do your thing too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of the
thank
things you made sure you taught us here was acknowledge your viewers, man. And that was the thing that we correlated into the live show, is making sure that, we do our check-ins and say hello and shout-outs to everybody.
Put
Because,
us over.
Yeah.
when
humility.
we're watching
friendliness.
your show, we all like to hear our names on there.
That's right.
Yeah. Shoot, I remember doing that. I'd be sitting at home in the living room watching Chris talking, and he'd go, "Hey, Chris Beer," and I'd be like, "Whoa, that's cool."
That's it. See?
Well, but I only had like 6 viewers. So it
No,
was really easy to call
that's
everybody out.
bullshit. You know it.
Yeah.
Guys, you got to check out, if you haven't, look at Chris's Corner. Let them know when you're usually on and what times.
So Chris's Corner is about to come back, and I'm not going to change anything that I do as far as my show format. I'm always going to do it with a cell phone. I'm always going to do it with no script and completely live, just the way I started it in the beginning.
Yep.
But I haven't been doing them a lot lately. And just a real quick deal on that before I give the times and everything that I'm going to do. Last year we had a few things happen and go on. And one of the things with Chris's Corner and Chris's Carpool is it didn't matter whether I was in a good mood or a bad mood, who I was talking to, whether it be an elite pro to a business owner to a little kid at the track. There's absolutely nothing that I wanted to do scripted. I just wanted it to be, whether it was a good show or a bad show, I wanted it to be a real show. And however that conversation took me is the product I wanted to give. And that way, either way, if people were, not excited about the show or super excited about it, they're guaranteed one thing: it's real.
Yep.
But we're going to be doing Monday night's going to be Chris's Carpool. Wednesday nights, Chris's Carpool. Thursday nights, I'm going to move Chris's Corner pretty much off y'all's night because I enjoy watching it. And it was not a conflict between us at all because we've talked through most of them. But it just, I want to just, I don't know. I don't have as much to say as y'all do. So I kind of like that extra night and getting through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and doing a show on Thursday. I think that's going to work out a lot better. But be looking for Chris's Corner every Thursday. Now, I'll probably do them before or after y'all's on Wednesdays if there's a special guest out at the track or something like that. But it's going to be for the next, I'd say, 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to be sporadic, and then starting next month, it's going to be a set deal on Chris's carpool on Mondays and Wednesdays, and Chris's corner on Thursday.
We should do a live cut-in during our show.
Do it.
There we go.
I mean, that's what the hip kids do, right, on YouTube.
The hip
they like
kids.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shit,
we're
yeah,
far from hip, my friend.
market, whatever.
Cross
I mean, I'm getting
marketing,
hip replacement.
Yeah, that's about as close to
Yeah.
hip as we are.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
close
do
to
like
getting.
a check in there. Yeah.
Justin and I are hip.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
I walk with a hip, lean. How's things been down there under the big tent? You guys got tons of stuff going on. Like, I was doing a little bit of research, and then I'm like, man, I got so many notes here on what you guys got going on. But overall, first of all, before we jump into that, how was last year for you? How did it wrap up for you? And then rolling in with the construction and everything, like, how did last year end up for you?
The end of the year was it was phenomenal in the aspect of what we went through during the year, and just trying to stay afloat with our emotions and the heartbreak and everything that kind of went on, and then becoming an empty nester in the middle of all that. I found myself hyper focused on the track because I didn't want to think about my kids leaving. I didn't want to think about anything like that. That was heartbreaking or sad. So I just put all my efforts and time into the track every second, and that hard work with the awesome volunteers that we got, it paid off, and we're back to the number one track in Texas. Got the state championship wrapped up, the Gold Cup championship, the STASIC that we're going to be talking about here in a little bit. So it ended up phenomenally well for the cards we were dealt. We took I'd say a pair of deuces or a 5-2 offsuit and a hold'em game, and ended up going all in and winning.
That's awesome stuff.
Wonderful news. I love
just
it.
said that to me in Russian, dude.
Well, I'm sorry, Paul, that you don't gamble.
Yeah, that I'm not a card guy.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
right.
you-
I'm like, what the heck? What?
2021 was up and down for you guys for sure.
You got to take that.
Folks, I'm gonna. Sorry about that.
Nope, go ahead.
I'm gonna walk while we're doing this because I am operating the track at the same time.
Well, this is what
So-
we enjoy
This
the
is a
most about
show.
interviewing.
Yeah, we get to walk
TOs.
around.
Because the last time you were on, Chris, we met.
Gate is acting weird.
We met.
I'm gonna work on the gate while we're talking.
Good
Oh,
times.
hey, if you need some a moment, we can cut over and do our newsmaker segment, and then you take care of the gate, and then we'll come back if you want.
Yes, do that newsmaker segment, and then we'll be right back with you here.
All right, I'm gonna mute you real
Live
quick.
at DeSoto BMX. Look at these awesome kids. Look at all our people.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey, Ashley, what's up?
How we doing there, kids?
look at them all.
Tell Diamond Lil I said hey.
All right, well, we're gonna jump over here, and we're gonna let Chris take care of his track. This is the best part of interviewing TOs because they have a
What
job.
happens
They got a job
live
they
and
gotta
on
take
the
care
show.
of, man.
Hey.
And this is what you do when it's live, right? We improvise.
That's right. Newsmakers we're going
Yeah.
to.
We
We're
will.
just winging it.
No, there's an alternate script.
We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There it is.
We're professionals, Paul. We got this.
I mean, we're
handled.
professional for Wednesday night live shows.
The best 8 o'clock guys out there.
Yeah. Let's talk a little newsmaker segment here. All right. So
Did you tell Damon he has a part?
No,
yeah, he does.
All right.
I thought I was supposed to play music. That's all.
No, it's okay. So our newsmaker segment is brought to you by our good friends from the BMX Racing Forum, which is brought to you by Morris Digital Media. If you are in the BMX realm, even not in it, make sure you guys hit them up at Morris Digital Media, or you can also contact him at the BMX Racing Forum website. If you need a website built, he does e-commerce, everything like that. Check him out. And BMX Racing Forum,
Cool.
your place
right.
to talk BMX.
All right, check this out. Toledo Speedway dropping merch, BMX merch. Make sure you check them out. Great place to race. Lots of good merch coming out from Toledo Speedway. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
here's
that's
what's
like
important.
Straight to the point.
They're bringing the merch, but they're bringing it heavy. Youth small to the 3XI. So that's very important. All right.
They still got to go up one more size.
No.
Yeah, 4X.
I'm going to put the.
Not the way you
Dude, you're not a 4X anymore, man.
I still like. It's not about me. It's still a couple other guys at Toledo that still.
Oh amazing.
that
Link
cup.
is in the chat, so if you
Yeah.
guys are looking, make sure you guys get over there, check them out. That's their Big Cartel website.
And plus, I like the baggy shirts. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'm 90s hip hop style all the way. Baggy.
It looks like you can order up until
Nice.
April 30th.
I'm
I
three.
was gonna
I'm
say,
right.
that's
Still
your-
rocking the Adidas?
your key point
course.
right there.
Orders, yes,
and
until,
Pumas.
and they're gonna
Right.
they're expected to ship in mid-May. So make sure you guys get over there.
Get over
and
there.
check it out.
Help out Toledo Speedway. You know what, guys?
I think Chris
people-
is back.
People might not know this. Toledo Speedway is one of the outdoor tracks that still has dirt berms, which is
Oh,
cool.
Dirt
if you don't know,
burns. You do now.
you only got to race there once, and you know.
Matter of
It's a
fact,
fun track.
look them up on YouTube, like the last national, and watch how many people goes over the top burns.
It's like the best part was when we stopped coming back from the Grands at Chris's track
Uh-huh.
because Chris has dirt turns in Texas, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm ready. I'm ready right now.
You knew exactly what to do.
Oh
on those
yeah,
things.
for sure.
Yeah, no.
Chris, you good?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. All right,
Good
so
deal. All right, so we're gonna.
we're back with Chris. You got the gate fixed?
Yes.
All right. Well, if not, we're going to call Brian Wilson from ProGate right now, live on the show, and have him troubleshoot it. We'll put him right on the spot.
Well,
That new business owner himself.
All right.
To make sure he knows
it's a
his product.
pro, but I don't know that it's a pro whatever. But
we'll get there.
yeah.
We'll get there.
We know a guy.
We know a guy. It'll buff out, right?
Yeah.
It'll puff out.
So let's kind of jump into some of the stuff you got going on at the track. You've got lots of stuff, man. Because as you were saying, empty nester. And it was funny because Melissa and I were talking, and I said this to Melissa. I'm like, holy moly, they have so much stuff going on at their track. And she's like, aren't they empty nesters now? And I was like, I think so. She's like, well, yeah. And I was copying the stuff off your website, social media pages. I mean, you guys have the Racing League, the Belt Series. You've got the Stasic thing going on. Like, so much stuff. But let's start with your Racing League that you got going on, because that's gone on now for a few weeks. How's that going for you?
It's going phenomenal, and the thing that I'm super excited about, a kiddo that you see all across the country with Sean Carvajal's LDC, who started in our beginner league 2 years ago, is Lily Diamond Little Ashley. And I remember I felt the way about the beginner league some people may feel about Stasic or some other stuff that's going on in BMX. And then I seen how it produced a rider from being scared of a gate drop to going out and winning 30-something nationals in a row.
Oh, yeah. She's killing it.
So
Wow.
I don't know. I'm super excited about it. There's a couple kids. I look for the ones to do good that are scared the first two nights. Those are the ones that go out there and hard charge. Yeah, they're going to be here. They're going to ride. They're good at it. But it's the ones I get excited about are the ones that are apprehensive, that you really got to talk into it. And then once you do, you just watch them excel and bloom, and it's just a beautiful thing. But yeah, we're 4 weeks in. We had to cancel last night. We had some tornadoes that were coming through with a bunch of hail. So we had to cancel last night, but we'll get that made up. But yeah, every Tuesday night we got the beginner league going, and strong as ever.
Nice.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's ask about this. The next one I got on there, because dude, this one is awesome. We got the witness this at the Grands a couple years ago.
Oh, the Belt Series. So explain to the other TOs out there what this Belt Series is and how it works, so maybe they can implement this at their track.
So super quick, I know I talk too much, but Casey and I, a few years ago, actually, man, not a few, it's like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we were at a UFC fight in Dallas, and Joanna Jurchaychik was still the champion in the women's and in the women's division. And she came out of the ring and she was holding her championship belt. And Casey and I looked at each other, and we didn't realize, after watching it on TV, like how small of a lady she was to be as, awesome as she is at what she did. And we were like, man, that's like some kid at the track holding a belt, and then a couple of seconds go by and we look at each other and we're like, all right, let's run out in the corridor. talk to them, see how much they charge for belts. Let's look at the name on the side of the box and order some belts for the track. And we were going to order 1 or 2, and we ended up ordering 7. And that was our first year. It was such a big success that we were invited to the Grands. And we were basically a time or a gap filler during practice night. And we awarded our belts out on the stage. The USA BMX was kind enough to give me the microphone to the stadium and be on the big stage, have these belts and award them out to the people that raced all year long in the series. They get awarded the belts with their personalized nameplate, the sponsor, their age group, and the year. And then we present them with the championship belts at the Grands, and they get to keep them forever and show them off, whether it be at work, church, school, put them on their wall at home, on their desk at work. It's just a cool thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And now we're up to, I think this year we started with 7, and this year is our 5th year, and we're up to 18 belts.
Okay.
So it's definitely grown.
So how do they break down? Is it age group, proficiency? How are you breaking them down?
It goes age group and proficiency.
Okay.
So we capture from balance bikes. They actually make for dinky ones for little kids, and then they make the big full size championship belts for the bigger folks. And the first year, of course, they were all just big. They were all just giant belts. And then it was the second year that we were able to come back and do a smaller belt. And we tried that out, and it would just went off without a hitch. And then that's where we're at now. And now with a couple of the other classes and age groups we're going to have, which we'll touch on here in a little bit, we're able to go with more small belts. So, okay. But the color, it all started with a black and a gold. And here's the cool thing about Undisputed belts where we get them, which all I do is I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not trying to do anything there with saying Undisputed, but every track out there, we can't afford the big giant UFC style, with the multi-leveled gold belt, and all the plaques that go on them. So we have to go with just a real thin layer of metal. And our belts are 200 a piece, and you can get them up as high as 600-700 a piece, but it's just not feasible to do that. So it's a lot easier to ask the sponsor, $200, get your name on a belt all year long. It'll be at the Grands. You're going to have a couple 100,000 people throughout the year see it and hear about it. So for $200 to sponsor a trophy all year long that somebody's going to have the rest of their life and show it off, $200's fairly cheap.
Yeah.
So you get local,
any track can do it.
So you get local businesses, families that want to sponsor a belt. It's open to
all track sponsors do it. Anybody that's involved with the track. There's several teams, local businesses, national businesses, national teams that get on there and do them. So once it's built, it's very, I don't want to say easy, but it's a lot easier to get those after your first year, and people see how much excitement it brings to your facility. And I get people that call all the time. I mean, there's over 300 tracks in the United States. So a lot of people with programs that are trying to be built or have new TOs or just, trying to revamp their entire program, they call up and they're like, hey, can we do the belt series? What does it take to do it? And I'm kind of baffled sometimes, but I shouldn't be, because they haven't done it and they don't know. They look at it the same way I did before I did it. And it's you want to find out if it's okay. You're not stepping on anybody's toes. But what I want everybody to know, anybody can buy from Undisputed belts, any track. DeSoto BMX and myself, my bride Casey, will help anybody set up their belt series, because all it's going to do is grow the sport of BMX, grow two wheels, and keep kids on tracks instead of them on video games or out on the street getting in trouble.
So, quick question for you. Have you built in the sponsorship for the belts within your sponsorship program for like a company that is going to sponsor the track for the season? So, like, let's just say like a I don't know, Sunbelt rental. You hit them up. You're like, hey man, you can sponsor the track, and with that, it comes with being part of this belt series because that sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey man, you're gonna get mentioned at all our races and practices, but also you'll be on these really awesome belts.
Now that you said that,
You're welcome.
Change of
no,
venue.
That's
yeah,
what it's about.
we talk about it because, of course, people that are going to sponsor the track, you know, in our initial conversations, which there's really not deep discussions about that. I kind of, when I talk to somebody and it's about, you know, sponsoring the track or putting their banners up or whatever it is, they're usually just like one or two conversations and everything just kind of happens after that. And it just, I don't know. It does get mentioned and talked about. And I think it's an expectation from most of them. But in the end, there's always a belt with my track sponsors along with, you know, the sponsorship for the track. So yeah, it's definitely in there. But you can go either way with it.
Well, you could use it as a total upsell, which is amazing.
Absolutely.
Like I
There you
just
go.
say, like that's an epic upsell. But with that,
Good point.
like you were saying, like you talk to your sponsors, it's like one or two times, and boom, it's done. Now, is that a Texas thing? Because I'm going regionally here. I only have the Midwest area to base it on. Like there's a lot of sometimes like documentation, receipts, expectations that are set that I just can't get on a handshake.
Yeah. Okay. So the way it works, because we're 501c3 nonprofit.
Yeah.
And we have to do all that stuff. So the way that works is I talk to people, I shake their hand, I talk, make the deals. They tell me what they need from us. I tell them what I need from them. And then they go see my lovely bride, Casey.
Oh, I see your closer.
They handle the business.
I
and
see.
yes, that's exactly what I do. I run the track. My bride
Casey's
runs that office.
She's your closer. I see.
Yep.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
So as soon
I've
as
been
you
doing
walk-
this all wrong. I got to get Melissa off the producer perch and get her into closing sponsorship.
There you go.
Yeah,
So basically, he walks out of the room. She's standing there with a briefcase and some paper and some lawyers, and be like, "All right,
exactly.
let's do this shit."
Yeah. Casey has the paperwork.
Business time.
She's like, sign here. Chris is out there stroking that gorgeous beard.
Right.
And next thing, it's just done. It's a done deal.
Yeah, he's
Love
drinking
it,
the dew and calling it a day.
So I have up on the screen there, like you guys got your classes, your ages, your proficiencies when it comes down. And you guys also do balance bikes. And rumor has it, you're doing a Stasic belt this year. Or a couple.
Absolutely. A couple of them. So,
And
yes. So, all right.
you notice how I use that as I use that as a segue for you, right?
Now we're not talking about segways. We're talking about Stasics.
Or, I'm sorry, I used
But
it
I
as a
do need a
segue
segue
for the
too,
Stasic.
along with
Teasing
it.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Stasic. But so last,
Yeah,
I'd say about a year and a half ago, I started. I was didn't have nothing to do because there were some races that were out of town we couldn't go to, and we were closed out here. And we had done a whole bunch of work, and there wasn't really much to do because the construction hadn't started on the building yet. So my nephew, who races motocross, was really getting into it pretty heavy, and we went out to watch him at a race. And my buddy TJ Smith, who has a membership in BMX and races out here and rides out here, we showed up out there to watch our nephew, and he needed to go officiate on the track. And he was like, "Hey, I know you announce and you do this. Would you want to try motocross? You know, I need some help today." And I was like, "Man, I don't think I can do motocross. I know BMX. I don't know a lot of the terminology, but, you know, we raced motocross for a few years, so maybe I could, you know, do it for today." Got up there, really enjoyed it. And I took the BMX cadence and style and speed announcing that you would hear in a real quick lap with 8 people and took it to over 20 people for a 4 to 6 lap race.
Wow.
And I was able to, with Jim Riley, Mike Redmond, Greg Harrison, Charlie Borland, Eric Grindle, everything that they've taught me, over the years, and Gary Whittington and Harold Eichelt here at our track. And I just took all that stuff and just put it in one announcing program for motocross. Then boom, it just took off. And it was such an amazing thing. And then I ended up doing American Power Sports Championship Series. I just did a Loretta Lynn's area qualifier about 2 weekends ago. And it was amazing, but there were Stasic bikes out there. And this person asked me, hey, you're talking about DeSoto BMX, can we bring Stasics to the track? And I was like, oh, no, absolutely not. It's only balance bikes and pedal bikes, but you can ride around the outside of the track with a Stasic. And then I got to thinking, well, wait, all I got to do is tell them they can ride. I don't have to go to nobody and ask. I can have whatever on the track I want. So, but then I got to thinking about the slurry and everything else. And as I was building these relationships and bringing motocross track operators to the track and trying to cross promote DeSoto BMX out in motocross and motocross here, because my mindset was, okay, and even a couple years ago, I got to thinking, well, it's going to be a lot easier. So in BMX, you're looking in the about 20,000 a year to ride nationally, all year long.
Yep.
In motocross, it's about 1 million to do the whole national scene if you do it full time. It's a lot of money, and I know it doesn't cost $1 million. I'm just figuratively speaking, not discouraging anybody from motocross. I think everybody should do motocross and BMX. They're both amazing and taught my children stuff and myself and everything else. So about two wheels, but it's a lot easier to get somebody to go from spending, $800,000 a year down to $20,000 a year versus I don't really need to worry about a $20,000 a year person going up to $800,000 a year. It's a lot easier to go back the other way, so I can give a lot more to the motocross world and offer an outlet when they can't race motocross. And it just kind of worked out. The operators are amazing. They're beautiful people. And just built a lot of relationships, and the announcing helped a lot with that, breaking those doors down. But yeah, then we got ready to do it, and I started, really pushing it here locally. And then I heard, well, the USA BMX is going to be having them at the Grands, and then I was like pumping brakes as hard as I could, trying not to run off the cliff because I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I was just doing what I was doing myself, and then the whole thing happened, and I was like, oh, awesome. Well, now it's going to be promoted and it's going to be big. Then all kinds of things went on, and now we have the jam session. We're the final qualifier before the World Championships in September at our Gold Cup Championship. There's just so much that has happened so quick that I can't wait for this Saturday, where we're going to have our first actual jam session with Stasic here at DeSoto BMX under the Big Top DeSoto, Texas. We're going to have our regular race times, and then right after that from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., we're going to have a 4-hour Stasic jam session where they're coming in. They're bringing all the Stasics. They're going to set them up, have everybody ready to go, and just let people use their Stasics and introduce them to it in the sport of BMX.
Oh, so you have the company Stasic coming to the track, and they're doing a big
100%.
promo.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask too. Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you reach out to them, just like on a website or Facebook or something? Or did you got the inside track like Chris Allen does?
No, I don't have no inside track. I did not accept no for an answer.
There you go.
I wasn't going to. I don't know. I'm weird about that stuff. Like, I don't want, I guess maybe I could have used an inside track, but I don't think it would have meant as much had it would just been like kind of handed to you.
Sure.
So I busted my butt for it to make sure I appreciated it. And yeah, once I seen that, like anybody should do, once I seen the USA BMX was on board, because being our governing body, and all the love that they have given us, man, I couldn't pass on the opportunity to be involved in something that was groundbreaking, evolutionary, and be a part of the first time ever, especially here at DeSoto BMX and, BMX as a whole, having some electric bikes involved.
Yeah. So one thing folks might not know, what you just hit on, USA BMX is 100% behind the STASIX bike racing on USA BMX sanctioned tracks.
It's because of them that we get to do this actual jam session with STASIC, who's owned by Harley, and all the work that they do is not just to try to. Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of different opinions about them, but
that's the best part.
If I don't know, man. I proudly wear the shirts and their name and their everything about it. I don't know. It's just odd. I think it's a beautiful thing that they did. I think it's like I don't know, everything that we were talking about earlier. Everything takes change, and I know it scares certain people. But
I had a very askew view of it right at first. I'm like, this is dumb. I'll admit it. Like, this is dumb. Why are these things on the track? Right. I was right away. I'm like, this is dumb. Then I took my hat off as someone that does a podcast show, right? And I put my hat back on as a TO like Paul and yourself. And I said, wait, that's a good revenue stream right there. Like, it doesn't matter if you like it or not, if you support it or not, or it doesn't matter what your passion is or passionate feeling is. You know what? We all know that the tracks get by on a pretty shoestring budget, to be honest, because like a track can have all these big numbers, but that means they just spend more to operate. Okay. And I thought to myself, like, wow, when actually Paul last year, when he did his practice, I thought to myself, like, okay, all right, that makes a lot of sense, because I guarantee you there's more motocross riders out there than BMX riders. So if we can get them to our facility and let them see BMX and let them experience that family, because I'll ask anyone that is like, F these e-bikes and that, whatever you want to put them under. Ask yourself this: what sports besides skateboarding and BMX actually you support your competitor? Because I've been in staging, and Austin Kelly, that runs the track Paul's from, whips my ass all the time, and he gets a flat tire, his brakes go off. Do I want to help him? Right away.
Sure.
You don't do that stuff in other sports. You don't do that.
Nope.
No. And that it's a weird thing. And I thought to myself, like, as a TO, if I can bring these people in, because I was looking at it wrong, Chris, if I can bring them in, let them experience that family that we call it, that brotherhood, sisterhood that we have. Because we looked at it right away. I can tell you this right now. We all looked at it like, they're only going to be here for a minute. Man. Right? They're going to go to motocross. True. Dads don't race competitive motocross that long. You can, but it really hurts when you fall with a 450-pound bike on you, and a 25-pound bike doesn't hurt as bad. So there's it comes around and goes around, right? So there's this like weird thing that happens, and I started seeing this watching one of the nationals, and I'm like, wow, no STASIC races, but I was just watching the national, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's a lot of money to be made.
Can I say
you want to chime in? Yeah, go ahead.
So from a developmental standpoint, it's horrible for bike riding, for learning how to ride a bike.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
What?
Right?
It's just an electric strider.
It matters.
Now
so
this is coming from your OT, right?
It does. Yes.
Okay,
it
this
is.
is your
from my personal opinion.
Okay.
So fully respect the revenue, fully respect the novelty of it, and bringing people to the track. But if you simply break down learning how to ride a bike, it's actually regression.
Bag of Richards.
Now,
Is
but
that what you're saying?
no. Let me ask this question.
It's fun. I get it. But
we'll go down the comics part here in a minute. But like, have the strider or STASIC riders? Sorry. Have most of the STASIC riders already mastered? And I'll default this question to you, Chris, because you'll know more than any of us sitting here.
I see where you're going.
So
That's a good question.
has because he's got it's a nephew, right, that races, because I've followed along. He's done, and for those of you guys that don't know, Loretta Lynn's that's like the grands in for motorcycles. Okay,
Amateur
that's
motocross.
It is huge. So
She still race?
so my question is, does the fundamental aspect of it, like, have they developed, if they're riding the Stasic bikes, do they already know how to pedal a bike when they're getting on these things?
A lot of them, no.
Okay, all right, no,
Not at all.
This is good. This is good.
But the thing is, so yes, it is the balance bike of motocross.
Okay,
Definitely, and I agree with Melissa to an extent. There is an aspect of that I agree with wholeheartedly that I thought from the very beginning. But if you take out when you take a balance bike and you watch them go for the first time, because you can only race up to 7 years old on a Stasic. You're not taking somebody who's 10, 12 years old, throwing them on a Stasic to get them on your BMX track so that they can pedal a bike. 99% of your customers that are involved in it are going to be balance bike riders. And yes, so they have a hill they can go down on a balance. And this was how I got myself to appreciate it.
okay,
Was when they go down the starting hill, they have an incline or a decline, and they're going to go down a hill. So they're not having to pedal, they're not having to run, they're just balancing. Now on the Stasic, it's the same thing. When they're on flat ground, well, instead of having the help of a hill to go down, they have a throttle, but they still got to balance. They still got to have coordination. They still got to have agility. So, and the other side of it is it really, I guess, put the final sell for me or signature on it or whatever is they have to have a membership in USA BMX on a regular bike to even be considered to get on a Stasic.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
If they got to get a membership, we all know, well, if you don't, like, I'll be happy to tell you, like, if you're a track, just like as a racer, there's track points. So I'm trying to give this at a 10,000 foot overview real fast. So Chris is wearing this really rad shirt. Hold up the pocket there at top 10 track, right? So tracks get points for riders and racers, okay? So and if you are, yeah, Paul, you'll get one sooner or later. So
I'm trying.
I know that, like, your points materialize after 5 races. How does this incorporate if you buy a Stasic membership? Are you able to do, like, pedal bikes, striders? Like, do those races count, or do you have to do 5 Stasic races before the track? We're not worried about the rider at this point. What we're talking about is, how does your track benefit from hosting Stasic events? Like, I know you're going to bring them in. They're new riders. Okay, so you're going to get those points. But after 5 races, you really get the good points because now they're attached and they're doing
they
the sport.
keep showing up every week, right? Just like
Yeah.
So, okay, so for all the riders that live in North Texas, whether it's in Fort Worth and they go to Cowtown, or they're coming here to DeSoto, or they're going to Bowie, Wichita, you know, I'd love to name all the tracks in Texas, but for the sake of time and the show, yes and no. It goes both ways.
Okay.
It's like having a state championship. All those riders aren't from here. So if
But
I get
your state
let's say I
champion.
have 100.
Okay, but your
Go
state
ahead, I'm sorry.
championship race, you get your state championship race from those new riders that continue to race at your track, because you get those points, then they materialize or mature into regular riders. And then the renewals are little, but we know that. But, like, how does that correlate from the Stasic to that state championship race like you're talking about?
This first year, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
That's I don't know. I haven't been through it.
That's fine.
Hope that's the hope. Is
Right.
that it brings so many motocrossers.
Okay.
The kids. Okay, the little brothers and the little sisters that are at the motocross tracks aren't getting to get on the track and race with everybody else.
Okay.
They are like a little bit at the starting line, like they do here. They get to race 2 straightaways or a little sidetrack or something like that. Those are the kids that we're actually marketing to. It's not motocross racers.
Okay.
It's the kids and the
right.
siblings of motocross.
So all right. So you're going after. We'll bring the Stasics in, and we'll go get those that are around the Stasic rider. Right. That's your. Okay. I like that idea. I do. That's good.
So just clarification, because he mentioned the year 7. So if most striders transition to a pedal bike at 5.
5, yes.
5.
4 to
So
5. Yeah.
what happens if I'm a 6-year-old Stasic? Am I racing other 6-year-old Stasics, or am I on the track racing bikes?
Well,
Pedal bikes.
would
No,
just be-
you're
they
racing
keep them
the
separate,
same
right?
class and same
Okay.
proficiency, just like you would in pedal bikes or balanced bikes.
Okay.
You're going to race other kids that have the same
Okay.
experience
That's
and
what I
age as yourself.
figured you would say, but I
'Cause it's
wasn't
not
sure.
really that big. All you're doing, it's like you're adding a couple of motos of
Yeah.
a different type of bike. Which
So they
I think
all stay
everybody
together.
just gets their panties in a bunch over nothing.
Gotcha.
We just
do?
all, yeah.
Okay.
We all just need a reason to complain, and this
No, I
is
mean,
the most recent
it's evolvement,
reason.
right?
Yes, yes.
You know, Mr. Allen said, man, it's evolving, right? And look, BMX is a sport.
I would just argue that they're not. I don't. It would take a lot of convincing for me to believe that they're transitioning into each other and merging.
And that's honestly, I want and need people like you, Melissa, that I'm glad not everybody is, and this ain't, they probably don't like this from the USA BMX standpoint or Stasic.
They already don't like us.
But
It's okay.
I want a couple people to question it and to ask questions and, well, what about this? Because there's certain things that you're questioning that I might not have thought of, but also on the flip side of that, I have something now to prove to All Things BMX and you, Melissa, that okay, this will work, and this is something we want to sell to other tracks. You know, let's see a couple do it. Let's see these tracks, see if they're successful with it. If they are and they can prove themselves, then let's roll with it.
Absolutely.
But I promise you this, I ain't gonna let you down.
I
never
believe
do.
you.
Now-
I believe you
Not once.
wholeheartedly.
It's the conversion ratio, right? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, right.
It's literally, what is the conversion ratio? So we bring these kids in, families. Let's go family. Let's go even higher than that. We bring these families in, and to Chris's point, because his business model right now, without knowing this, right, is look, I'll get those that are on the fringe, right? I'll get them to get into BMX. Maybe it's not Johnny Rocket that's on the Stasic already, but I'll get his brother or sister or mom or dad. Okay.
Right.
But what, like, that would be a great question to know is what is that conversion ratio? And it's probably too early, to be honest with you, even for the mothership to know. Okay.
That's what
yeah.
I was
But
going
like,
to say.
no,
It's
they-
probably
it's-
too early to
and
know.
like,
9
here's
weeks into this.
Here's the thing. The tracks that are doing this and embracing it, I will say I'd love to hear the feedback. So, like, if any tracks that
Read
are
the
on
chat.
that know, I don't care even after the show, dude. Like, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to put it out there in the public, just
email
messages, man. Because it would be interesting to know. Because I think just personally, I think it's a big marketing tool. And
I
to
think it
Chris's
is too.
point, like, it's a marketing tool. Are you going to gain that first person return on investment? Probably not. But you're going to get that return on investment from those that are around that first person.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it doesn't, the one thing that I think a couple others have, I don't want to say only me, but I know others have done this, but I reached out, and I had a lot of thought process behind it. And that was, I need to find riders that appreciate BMX from motocross. So I have former Loretta Lynn's riders that are full-time members that are also on Sean Carvajal's LDC, the Backer brothers, American Crosby. They were huge motocrossers, and they're over. And we had at the Grands, we had now 250 pro Riley Ripper come out here the week before Grands at our track here at DeSoto, and then he goes to Grands and wins as a novice. And last week when I was out doing that AMA deal, he showed up to support some of his amateur buddies, and having somebody like Riley Ripper, that's a pro, I've interviewed Davey Millsaps and, Chad Reed's in our sport. So there's motocross people that the moment that we do anything involved in motocross, when they see people like Riley Ripper and, that's here locally, that's actually a tangible person they can be around that they see on TV and then also see at your local BMX track when he's in town, along with Davey Millsaps and Chad Reed. I mean, it's already sold itself to a certain extent to all the motocross people.
Yeah, I think the Reed family is a very good example
Well,
of positive crossover.
And so is the 250 rider, Christian Craig. Help me out. Christian Craig.
Yeah.
Christian Craig. His kid races.
Yeah.
There's another one there. So like there's another example. Chris Allen, we're going to jump to quick commercial break. All right. Love what we're on right now. It's literally blowing up the chat. So when we come back, we got to check in.
I hope it's good.
Dude, it is. And no, this is a great topic because it's literally like one of them that's just been there, right? So
and it's new to all of us.
Everybody.
They've just basically brought it in the end of last year, and now it's going. And you're going to get some TOs that are, hey, I don't want anything to do with this. Chris is doing it, and he's having good turnout.
And
with
we'll
its
check
success,
in, right? We're going to check in. So whether you're doing motocross or supercross, like it's just this cross is over. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Damon, take us out.
Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war. But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. My dog is bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip. It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop.
What is our time when no one's watching?
Maybe it's an opportunity to grow in what we do. Maybe it's perseverance when our surroundings tell us to stop.
Maybe it's something we can never get back once we spend it.
Maybe it's something we don't understand the importance of.
Maybe it's a combination of all these things and a new opportunity to recreate the best possible version of ourselves.
So hard that your hat can't fit you. Either I'm with you or against you.
And we are back. DJ Damon, what's happening back there, man?
Nothing much. Just playing some tunes for you.
Dang. All right.
Taking you back to your college days real quick.
Oh, love it right there.
Oh, man. That was a little after my college days.
Oh, it's a good time. Such a good time.
You were still getting drunk at a bar.
We were.
Somewhere.
At one. Might have been my dad's. Might have been singing to Melissa back then.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the college days.
It doesn't. Damn, Chris.
Well,
like figure them out or remember?
I never did them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all right.
Dude,
Damn, you
I
come
could have
along.
swore you went to Adams College.
All right, we're going to check in with Melissa real quick on our
Chris went to
chat
BYU,
check-in.
Backyard University.
Melissa, how are things this evening?
Great. Very
Busy,
good.
right?
Yeah.
All
Welcome,
right.
everybody. Thanks for tuning in. A couple of quick shout outs here. And And then I'm going to end on Austin's comment because I think that takes us out of here. But all right. So, but I do want to say hi to Austin Kelly. First one in the chat. Of course, that was anybody paying attention to the very first scene when we started the show. That's his daughter, local celebrity to us, Miss Mila Kelly. Influencer extraordinaire.
Superstar.
Superstar. The pilot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is it.
All right. And she is actually in the chat as well, checking in. So we're glad you guys are tuning in. I want to say hi to Rick Carter of Beer Budget BMX. We appreciate you. This is the #1 Wednesday night BMX show in America. It's worldwide, dude. Get it right.
You tell him, Melissa.
We want to say, I mean, we get watched in Australia for sure. We do know that. So
we've been downloaded.
That's a different continent. So.
We've been downloaded on 6 out of the 7 continents.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Really?
Hi to Ken Murphy. Thanks for checking
One to
in. Mike Melvin, the other half of Beer Budget BMX. We appreciate you. Says have a good show, guys. Chris White checking in. Appreciate you. Robert Cardoza is over on YouTube. Thank you. He's always checking in from work. Sean Gifford from Dye Job Apparel that sponsors our show. Mentions that he needs to come up with something new. He wants the Christmas stocking to come down.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
You know, we're an open canvas, Sean. We hang your underwear in here, so it really doesn't matter. There's no shame.
Right there.
You
in our
gotta
game.
catch
Hey,
it.
DVS made an appearance.
Yeah, it's right over Damon's shoulder there. Who else? Want to say hi to Tara Smack over on YouTube. Says, what up, everyone? Miss Gate 9 herself, Jenny from the block. Jen Seabrill is with us. Says, holler peeps. Thanks for tuning in. What?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, speed up? What does that mean? Scott Foster, thanks, checking in. Hello, ATB. Chris Gray is checking in from Houston, Texas. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Randall David, track builder extraordinaire, says, what up, you savage Fs?
Quit acting chat.
Yeah. I mean, he has a difference of opinion at the moment. That's okay.
He has his own track he built.
That's right. Yeah. Victor Alvarez, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Victor.
Let's see. Carl Stahl.
Carl, what's
Thanks
up?
for tuning in. We appreciate you. Let's see. Going down here. Greg Page tuning in on YouTube all the way from Florida. Bet it's nice there. Shit, we almost hit 70 today. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And then the rain came.
Yeah. That's a song, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Emily Schaefer over in the Illinois area, my fellow OT. Happy OT month. She says, hey, guys. Let's see. Chris Gray says, Chris Allen, an awesome TO, an even better person. Hello from Chris and Mason Gray. Ken Murphy's over on YouTube. He says he already put in his vacation time for the Gold Cup finals over there. He's prepping. Mr. Hollywood Mike Miranda says that, can he just say that he totally has beard envy right now?
Ooh. That's the beard game is deep between Chris and Mike. It's deep.
Sure.
It's
For
deep.
sure.
Yeah, that's
Hollywood's got the beard thing going on. Yeah,
it's good.
Let's see. Who else do I want to say hi to? Nick Shane's tuning in on Facebook. Thank you very much. And there's Billy. A little late to the game. Billy from Gate 9 number plates also tuning in. Thanks for sponsoring. Thanks for listening. Let's see. David Dortona. DB Sports World. I think I would have that down by now. Let's see.
Wow, we got a lot of folks up in
there. I know. T-Bone BMX checking in. Rick Kaneda, also from Florida, says awesome show, guys. So Robert Cardoza is of the opinion if someone... Wait, what did he say? But if someone knows a lot of moto guys, and I know a lot of moto guys that have kids jumped on the stage, stage 6, the first comment I hear out of them is that this is to get them ready. So that was in reference to the starting off on this day 6. And then Randall had mentioned the proficiency, which I think I kind of asked about a little bit. Talked about points, just kind of screening the conversation here. Cardoza said, ride motorcycles, not BMX bikes, so it's not the most positive thing for BMX, but it does bring people to the track.
Yeah. I guess that's one positive to it is we got more people going to the concession stand, right?
Yeah.
Spending money at the track, right?
Yeah.
Jill Jones is checking in. She says Nick can't watch, even under Peter. For all of those who know that story, we'll just leave that
Nick
there.
Jones, the
He's
TO
listening.
from Cape Coral, can't chime in. Chris
is listening. All right, before I get to Austin's comment, because I thought that was kind of interesting. Josh Brunt is checking in. Thanks.
What's happening, brother?
Matt Boshen is watching in Australia today.
Two continents.
Except it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it is
actually tomorrow there.
Huh?
I
Thank
know
you.
it messes Justin up every time.
Yeah, it's the next day there. It's the afternoon there.
Wait,
Don't.
it's his lunch
It's
break.
like mid-morning. Yeah,
It's like Thursday noonish for him.
Yeah.
correct.
You know what else?
Tell me the lottery numbers right now.
Oh,
You know what else is wild in Australia? It's starting to be winter there.
Yeah, they're wrapping up their season. Or will be
Their
anyway.
summer.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that till a few years ago. I have a friend through my daughter's. She's from Australia, and she told me that. I never knew that. I don't know why. I've
The
never
opposite
done.
side of the
Yeah.
world
It's
is
the
the
opposite.
opposite.
Yeah.
It is the opposite.
I
Toilets
didn't-
run the
yeah.
other way, dude.
So, hi, Matt. Thanks for tuning in. We
They
super
really do.
appreciate you. Chris Medler is checking in. Says, good evening. Joan Dawson. Mila Meatloaf says, hi.
Different meeting.
Oh, is that a different one? Okay.
Different. Yep.
Yeah.
Say, Mila?
Let's see.
Hey, Sean Gifford, you keep your wall hangers out of Melissa's DM.
Sean, you can DM me anytime you want. All right, so I'm trying to make sure. I just want to make sure I got everything. Sorry, I'm reading at the same time.
There's a lot going
got
on
'em.
in there.
Yeah. Oh, and Matt is curious as to what you thought of the racing in Australia yesterday or last weekend.
Last
that
weekend
you were watching. So.
I'm gonna leave it on a cliffhanger, and once we're done with Chris Allen's interview, I'll hit that topic.
Okay.
Because it's worth hanging around for.
So, Mr. Allen, Austin made the comment,
Yes, ma'am.
and I think this is because this is you, I believe. So he says running a publicly open track, if the public finds out that you openly ride e-bikes on the BMX track, you will have full-size e-bikes take over. I mean, I would if I had an e-bike and didn't race pedal bikes. So if I had a closed track and I could control what goes on the track, it would be much different. And I'm just want you to kind of share with the audience too some of the prep you did before you decided to allow the e-bikes on your track.
And before that, Mr. Allen's track is a closed public track, where Austin's is in a public park, and you can literally go out there anytime and ride.
Right.
So that's the difference.
That's why he's saying
Okay,
if he
all right.
were in Chris's shoes, I think I'm speaking for you, Austin, but he would approach it differently.
Yeah,
Okay.
His point is a publicly open track. Once you let them in,
Monkey
it
see,
could
monkey
be a
do.
takeover. Yeah.
However they,
I don't know if you can say that, Paul.
They probably can't.
No, but yeah, like
Oh, that's a good point, though.
it is.
Yeah.
Like Chris, take it away.
Oh,
No,
Well,
okay,
and
Chris.
that's been one of the thought processes that's been very stressful. Is what are we opening ourselves up to? And with that, it takes a little bit of investment and time that you spend with your local police department, them understanding, I do have cameras, I will be calling, and once this floodgate is open, I'm going to need help cartelling that and regulating it. So for the first couple months, it's going to get a little off the hinges. But for the good of the sport, for the good of two wheels on both sides of it, I think it's worth, from my standpoint,
Okay.
not every single track, not every single
Right.
program, not every single soil type is going to be able to do it. Now, I hope they can once they see what I think are going to be the benefits of it. And I could be completely wrong. And that's the cool thing about it. We don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't
that's
done
true.
a race series.
Exactly.
We haven't done a season. We
It
haven't
is
done
pretty
any
brand
of it.
new.
So
Yep.
it's unknown. I was nervous, with balance bikes and people walking on everything right when it started.
Huh.
What does it hurt?
Good point.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's a great
And
point, Chris.
I literally had a Loretta Lynn's champion who can ride the hell out of a dirt bike and roost and do all the stuff. I literally went up to him and I said, "It is your job." Man, I hope I don't regret saying this. I said, "It is your job to go out here and spend 10 laps trying to tear this track apart."
Yeah.
He couldn't do it. He could not do it. Now, that's not a challenge to anybody whatsoever, but it was a little tiny compact human being on a Stasic, and I had to see if it was going to hurt the turns, hurt the slurry, the dirt, or anything. If he couldn't loop out, I was just scared. Yeah. So once I put him out there and that kid that rides at that level couldn't hurt it, there's not going to be many kids that age that can ride at that level,
at a beginner level, like that
exactly. So I think it's such an introductory am I getting that word right?
Yeah. Yes, you are. Close enough for Wednesday
night. Level.
Yes, introductory.
I was educated up north, so not my fault. Anyway.
You were up here in Michigan?
I don't know if I like that comment or not.
No, not that north.
No,
like
not
just
this far north. Northern.
Oh, North Texas, Austin.
Dude. Well, yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna get away from that real quick. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
So you had your own little test pilot, let's say, to see what was going to happen with your track.
I mean, kids. He's a baller,
right? Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Is just like he was saying, so people understand. BMX track operators have no clue what these Stasic bikes are going to do to the racing surface of a BMX track. So he had to send someone out there and have them go through the paces and try it out to see what was going to happen on this track.
They do absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't know that until he did it.
They're like, you can't like rip a rooster tail with them or anything like that. You know what I mean? When I seen 2 kids on them, I'm like, that ain't.
Okay.
They're slow, actually.
Okay, so Chris was saying
slower.
It has a little bit to do maybe with the what you use to prep your track, which I've been fortunate enough to be down to DeSoto and be out to your track, Paul, and you guys take care of your tracks very similar. You guys, actually, Chris uses slurry. You guys use Soil Tech. So, we're in the Midwest. We really don't use a ton of slurry up here yet. It's making its way. However, with that said, like the bikes themselves aren't really producing the torque to like break the seal, if that works for example here. Like the seal on your Soil Tech and or slurry, like it's not breaking it, right, Chris?
Nope, not at all. The regular bikes do more damage than the Stasics so far that I've seen.
Okay.
It just doesn't.
Okay. So let's address this. All right. Because, look, it's BMX, dude. Everyone's like, oh, man, you go from 0 to 100, right? So in the back of everybody's mind is, all right, so we got these little bikes, right? So you got and I forget, there's 2 sizes they can race, and I'm sorry for not knowing. But, like, there are
12 and 16.
Yeah, there are other e-bikes. Because I rode one, and it terrified me. Because the damn thing did, like, 30 miles an hour across the parking lot. Now, that's an extreme end of it, right? Because that was like this mountain bike / BMX thing. But do you think, all right, and again, I'm going to take, we know you haven't even hosted this yet, but, we're because everyone is like, oh my God, it's going to get worse. Like, do you think that BMX could lean
world is coming
or
to
go
an end.
it to an e-bike, like in a size that like a 20-inch size or a cruiser size? Do you think that could happen if this gains traction?
What can't happen?
I like your answer already.
What can't happen? So let's say we do the stations and it completely bombs and it just tears crap up, and you have that many riders on your track during a jam session like this Saturday that we're having here at DeSoto BMX under the big top DeSoto, Texas. Come on out for a regular racing on Saturday morning, and we're going to jump right into the jam session with Stasic shred session right here under the big top. But if we can go to that and we can make these tracks hold the load and hold the weight and hold all the competition, and it gives us, let's say, 20 more motos on a Friday night or 100 more motos in the end on a state championship, Gold Cup championship, a qualifier, a national. Why the hell would we not?
I like it.
I'm not a guy. Okay, so I haven't been in this sport as a racer. I've only been in this sport as a support role for the facility, my children, my bride, and all these people who ride each and every day. So I've only been in a support role. I don't know what it's like to race BMX. Yes, I've ridden the track and I've ridden around and I've done what I've done, but it's always been something new, something, what can you do next? How can you take it to the next level? That's all anybody ever talks about. And then once we get to where we're getting ready to take it to that next level, these conversations come up, which I think are important because it forces myself, you, and other people and other operators to really think about decisions you've made and what you're going to do when certain obstacles come up. And all you can do is adapt and overcome. And if it's going to happen at every other track, I'm not going to have a choice for my program. It's just like the beginner league. You get points from that. You get everything that you get from the beginner league. And I have the same mindset with that as I do with Stacy. So it's only going to grow the program. It's only going to make our sport more popular. It's only going to add, commercialization for BMX. And all everybody talking about is how do we make BMX bigger? Well, we got our answer for the time being, and we need to latch onto it and do what we can to make it a success and try it before we, tear it down.
Exactly. Well, Chris, before we get out of here, we got to talk about the rest of the week that you have at your wonderful track. So fill us in tonight's practice, right? That's what's going on at your beautiful facility, right? And I have a quick question. Is the wonderful person Stanley Bates, is he there tonight?
He is. As a matter of fact,
get out of here.
I see Chris's jersey.
Yeah.
The Love Racing jersey on there right now. So, have you seen? Hey, Stanley, Bates.
So, for those of you guys that are joining, actually, was it the last time you were on the show? I think it was the last time or one of the times we had a group show. We met Stanley, and he's got his team, Love Racing, and I have taken his jersey across the country. It's been to Vegas, it's been to Florida, it's been all over the place. And I texted him a second ago asking if he was there. So Stanley has a cool team. We'll get him on here real quick to talk about it because I love what he's doing there. But Thursday night, you guys got to.
No pun intended.
None.
No pun intended. You love what Love's doing. Hey, so I don't want to blindside you with this. First off, you got to do some personal. I need you to put this in your ear. All right. So you've been requested to come on. Hold on. Put that in your ear. And then, before
Stan.
he starts talking and spills everything,
what the hell's going on
his
here?
little awesome daughter,
FBI.
check this out, man.
Aww.
Not only is it look what he put down there.
Oh yeah.
There's the show that goes on every continent right there.
I need that logo.
Right,
yeah, we need that logo for sure.
Yeah, well, I can't share that. No, I'm joking. But no, that's what I love about Stanley Bates and his children and everything. And you can speak on it yourself, brother. But what you see on them jerseys and what you hear talked about and the whole concept of it is what they bring to the track each and every day that they're here. It's real. It's not fake. It's not scripted. They love everybody, and it's just a beautiful thing. And we have a top 5 national team in the national premier and then the regular premier teams. We have all these different things going on, but a true track team, somebody that's here for the developmental side of everything, that gives somebody a place to go when they first join the sport, that's who he runs at. And that's why I respect them so much, is because they take those brand new kids, they give them a place and a home until they find something bigger or they're happy with that. And it's go, but please.
Yeah, we're actually, I think last time we talked, Melissa and Justin, I think we were at 27 riders, and I think now we're up to like 35, 36.
That's awesome.
have kind of come and gone. You know, we all have different sports that everybody's kind of into.
Yep.
The kids, some of them play baseball, and my daughters do the gymnastics as well. So you know, it's kind of come and go. They're learning, progressing, and we have the majority of them are either a few wins away from intermediate. We've actually had a couple of them turn expert.
Wow.
This last year, and everybody's pretty much stayed on, which is awesome.
That's
great.
amazing.
You know, so whenever we do hit these big tracks and stuff, we'll start kind of working our way into actually doing you know, kind of bike team stuff or trophy team stuff first. But you know, we might actually progress into the bike team stuff and start trying to compete a little bit more.
Good for you.
But
Congratulations.
I would like to say one thing about this,
Sure.
that everybody out there watching around the world, even all y'all from Australia, that it's tomorrow noon. Good eye.
That's
But
right.
anyway, the Love Racing stands for Little Ones Vowing Excellence. And his two oldest daughters actually came up with that on their own, and he just implemented it as a father, invested in it. And then the love that he had for his children that they brought to the track. And, you know, my deal is when you're out there and you see somebody down, lift them up, give somebody a hug, it'll make you a better person. Associated with Love Racing, it just made sense. And now this gentleman stepped up, and I have two riders of the year this year, RG2, Rance Greer, and Merritt Backer. And for them to be taken care of by Stan, wait till you see what we got coming up in the next couple weeks. Our riders of the year are going to be wearing Love Racing jerseys. So
awesome.
It's just an awesome association.
Man.
That I couldn't be prouder to be involved with.
Chris, I want to say thank you, Chris and Stanley, because if it wasn't for you, Chris, we would have never met Stanley. And I've literally, I pack your jersey. It's been to Vegas. It's Florida, everywhere, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. I take that thing everywhere I go with me, man. And you're doing big things, and I really appreciate everything you're doing.
Yeah, you know, and this is awesome. And you know, and I would have never thought of doing this on my own. I can't take any what's the word, credit for it at all. You know, it's all started with my daughters. It's just so awesome. You know,
Even better.
to know that they wanted to.
But they come from your loins.
Yes, that is true. They do. You know what? I'm gonna have to.
A little love created some love.
Yeah,
Oh, he's risque.
Big shout out. You must give big.
To my wife.
Yes.
Because I
Good
think
call.
they get that all from them.
Oh no, we lost them real quick. They'll be back on here, I promise. All right,
Whoops.
so nobody go nowhere. Great question in the chat though. We got to ask Stanley when he comes back, because they are awesome jerseys.
Yes, they are.
I don't know the answer to that.
I
If
don't
you can buy
know
a Love
either.
jersey or not off the top of my head.
Chris is coming back in the chat. This is live, son. This is what happens.
This is how it goes.
His poor phone is probably like, all right.
Yeah,
This is probably how the battery.
Austin says each round Justin changes jerseys. In fact, it was really funny. We were at practice last night, and I overheard Austin pass Justin and say, "How many jersey changes you got for tonight's practice?"
Do you have a wardrobe change?
Well,
he didn't last night.
Look,
but
I gotta
do
say, like,
tease
one
him.
of the cool things with the show, is as our guest gets in the waiting room. One of the cool things, I have a lot of jerseys.
We do get a lot of them.
We
It's
do,
pretty cool.
and I wear them. And so
Yeah, he does. He
Austin
tries to.
may be making fun of me, but I do wear them because I think it's pretty awesome. And you know, like one of the jerseys I wear and I take with me is the Love jersey. So you guys are back.
We got you back
Dude,
now.
look at that
Hello.
sunset.
Absolutely.
Right behind him. Look at that sunset.
Look
God
at that.
damn you, Chris in Texas.
That just roof over that facility, dude.
Yeah, but here's the cool thing. So
That's 'cause
what you don't know, Paul, real
jealous.
fast, I don't want to steal any of Chris's thunder, is he has like all the Texas Hall of Fame people hanging up around that
Yeah,
track.
that's pretty
I
awesome.
see that.
It's awesome. Yeah,
It's
it's
like little banners.
dude. If you have
Let me get you a little closer. So, yeah, these are all the Texas BMX Hall of Famers. Because the first couple years that I was running the track, it was real bare. up here, and it just,
Right.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way it looked. But that ain't where I started. I'll be right back, Stan. Where I started was right here on the end. Where's it at? So right there with all those, my current riders, current pros, got my dude, rest in peace at 88, Kyle Bennett, got Yo Thatch, Byron Patterson, Billy Russell, Shaylin Reno, Alec Bobb, as they're all from here. And I wanted to promote our riders and what they've done in Texas and not on national, stuff. I wanted to there's a lot that goes on nationally. So I wanted to give back locally, and anybody in the entire state, when you get inducted into the Texas BMX Hall of Fame, we started out, but the track was taking care of the banners. I was making that happen with Yo Thatch from A to Z Signs. But then after a couple years, then the Texas BMX Hall of Fame took that over and started doing them on their own. So now during a state championship or something, they bring the banners, they present them, and then we put them up in the ceiling. Now, It costs so much for a lift these days. I don't get everything up at one time. I wait till I've got a whole bunch to do, and we just slam up as many as we can, because it's like $600-700 to get a lift out here.
Oh, wow.
So I got to make sure it's worth it. So now I've got like 6 lights out, and I've got to put up like 35 banners. So we'll get that done.
Hey, real quick, we did have a question. Melissa, go ahead.
Oh, we just had a listener, Stan, that was asking if you were selling your jerseys publicly.
Well, yes, we can.
Is there a way for them to contact you, or do you have a preference?
Yeah, we have a.
His number is.
Yeah. You have a Facebook page, don't you? Love Racing.
We do. We have
a
Facebook page, and we also have a website. If you go on the website, and they'll email me directly. That's loveracing.bmx.com.
Okay.
All right, I'll put it in the chat, because there's some people asking if they can buy one of the jerseys so they can be as cool as Chris Beer.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you can be that cool though.
No, Chris Beer,
I try every week, man.
I thought you said Chris's beard.
Chris's beard.
Oh,
yeah, that works. That works.
Double entendre.
I gotta grow a beard and get tattoos to be cool. He can just wear a Love jersey and be cool.
That's right. That's right.
Hey,
that's right.
Because he has helicopters.
Or you can race one. You can race one time down at Punta Gorda, and you can have the announcer say, "There's a beer and a T-bone on the track right now."
Yep.
That's all it took.
That was awesome.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, it was B. Wilson racing.
Yeah,
racing Chris over here. So it was a good time. Hey, Chris, real quick, man. Shout outs, thanks, and salutations, and we gotta slide into the rest of the show. But I want to hand the mic over to you, hand the show over to you before we slide into our Newsmaker segment. All right.
All right. Well, first off, All Things BMX, everybody there, Justin, Melissa, Chris, Paul, everybody involved. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show and to be a part of the information and the two-wheel world that we're bringing to you, this awesome sport of BMX. I want to thank the USA BMX. Well, my bad, it's backwards. USA BMX for always allowing us and DeSoto BMX to be a part of it. Big shout out to ODI jumping on this year, just as y'all do. Bombshell is sponsoring our gate. Got John Esri, State Farm Finish Line, EXP Realty, ASD Action Sports Design, Career Staff Unlimited, Your Move with Jason Crouch. Just thank you to each and every person that allows us to be in this sport, that comes to DeSoto or any track in the United States of America or around the world, including our Aussie friends. So I love each and every one of you. Got Jace Cunning coming from Australia to come over here and hang out and train a little bit at DeSoto BMX. And man, it's just living a dream. And I'm more stoked and happier today than I was 6 years ago when I first got to start. So even as get older and things get a little rougher and you get a little more deep into the sport, it does present some challenges. But on the flip side, those challenges only grow us as people, and it's just amazing. And I got nothing but love. And if I got to come up with a closing statement, it's the same one we always have. When you're out there and you see somebody down, lift them up, give somebody a hug. It'll make you a better person. Love each and every one of you.
We love
All right,
you
Chris.
too.
You guys can hang out. We're going to go do our Newsmaker segment. Hey, nope, absolutely. Go.
To number one, my wife. Number two, our sponsors. We've got LDC BMX, Bombshell Parts as well. JNR Bicycles. Thank you all because you all make this happen for us as well. All Things BMX. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Stanley,
you.
Chris, we thank you. You guys have a wonderful evening. Chris, you guys want to drop off and go ride your bikes or hang out at the track, you're more than welcome to. We're going to hit our Newsmaker segment, our trivia segment. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much.
Always.
Thank you so much. Got to close the track down. I'll jump back on here in a few minutes and watch the rest of the show. Love y'all. Be blessed, and thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Always.
The ologist, the legend, Leland Hill, right there, baby.
My dude.
Always good to talk to Chris.
Always is.
Allen at DeSoto BMX.
Bye, guys.
Good night. And we're going to slide into the rest of our Newsmaker segment because, we kind of did it earlier, right?
Yeah. Well, you got one
just
part.
a little bit, right? So we're cool. We talked about the Toledo, and what we're going to do now is we're going to talk a little bit.
We want to hit that real fast. Toledo BMX is selling T-shirts. If you guys need one, go check them out. They're taking orders till April 30th for Toledo BMX.
Yeah. Now we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on at Capital City Family BMX because the track builder extraordinaire himself has been in the chat most of the night, stirring up shit as he always
He's not
does.
a fan. That's okay.
No, it's fine.
Hey, everybody's opinion
Dude,
is
it's
welcome.
fine. This is the thing. This is the coolest part about
That's
this.
why it's a fun conversation.
Yeah, it's because people are passionate about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are like, F these e-bikes, F this. And it's like, it's all right. It's fine. I don't care. It's cool. Like, it's fine.
Hey.
You know what we're going to do?
It's going to work.
We're
going to
get
folks.
mopeds.
It's gonna work
We're
for
going to
others.
mod those bitches out. And I'm talking those
like old school ladies mopeds.
Yeah.
Like-
Nice.
Yeah, and we're going to mod those bitches out. We're going to have a race at Capital City.
Aero 50
so here's
all the
how
way.
it goes. Capital City Family BMX, home, three-headed monster.
Three-headed monster.
Home of the
coming
three-headed
back.
monster again. Now, if you guys want to get in on this contest, here's what you got to do. We're bringing it back because the family says it needs to be back. So here it is. Help us design a new track T-shirt. All right, create a design with our logo and the slogan, Home of the Three-Headed Monster. So the logo you have to include in there is Capital City Family BMX. Get it in there. Get the slogan.
Explain to folks not from Michigan what three-headed monster is.
I don't care. No, get the fuck
Well,
out
yeah,
of here.
but you might have people from other parts of the country want to get in on this contest.
I don't know, Chris.
Okay.
If you have a three-headed monster, what do you picture?
Well, I picture.
I wish I had a camera that could go tight in on Chris right now
third.
while he processes what a three-headed monster
I can
looks
turn
like.
mine.
I would say it's the straightaway at Lansing, Capital City Family BMX. It's got like 3 tabletops in a row. Rough.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
All right.
You would take tabletops because we're old. I would take it.
Okay.
It's not.
Easy jump.
But here's the thing. It's a three-headed jump or a monster. And look, it's not small, ladies and gentlemen. So wear your diapers because you're going to shit yourself. Winner is going to receive a T-shirt with their design on it. So like we're going to run with your design on a T-shirt with the Home of the Three-Headed Monster. So get on this, all right? Look, ATV's hanging up some prizes, and I still got to get out to House Wheels and pick up some prizes from them because House Wheels out of Owasso, Michigan, home of John Tomac, which is Eli Tomac's dad, is donated some stuff too. Make sure you get your entry fees in before midnight, April 30th, or Chris Medler is going to come find you. Okay? So it's
So
time,
after
dude.
the winner's going to get this shirt made, and then all of us out, general public's going to be able to purchase this shirt.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We're not
just
cool
check.
We're not cool enough to get
No, they're
free
just
t-shirts,
making
dude.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris, tell them what's going on down at the Hill.
The Hill. All right.
Lots.
Wait, there it is. All right. So, the Hill BMX in Elgin, Illinois. Hang on. Just had my thing.
Let me take that.
Fix it. No, just fix
Here's
that.
what's going. Oh,
I can't get rid.
get rid of your keyboard. Dude, you put way too much pressure on it.
There. Okay. Thank you.
I'll send you my IT bill.
Send me a bill.
That was $100 right,
All right.
there.
So, Elgin, Illinois presents the Triple Point State Championship Race. Come join us for our Triple Point State Championship Race.
Dude.
Ride our updated track.
You gonna do this?
Smoother and faster than
Let
ever.
me just cut the shit. Are you going there?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't get.
So let's
that
get to
far.
the important part here. Billy Brick's Pizza Truck's gonna be there, Chris.
Billy Brick's Pizza Truck.
That's what you and I would need to know about.
Wait, they have Kona ice cream.
Duran.
Yeah.
Highly.
We don't need you to
Culinary
narrate for who's
creation.
playing.
Hey.
It's a triple point race, and it's brought to you by. Yeah, you lost. We're going to work on this iPad you bought. It's brought to you by all the good volunteers at the Hill BMX and our good friends that's designing our jerseys over there at Dye Job Apparel. They're going to be out there, so way to rub it in. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and Chris is going to figure out how to get that cardboard on the door of his helicopter so we can fly up. Wait, is that Saturday?
You know, it doesn't say when it is
I
on,
forgot.
on my notes
Yeah,
here.
well, anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah. So if it's Saturday, I'm not going. Paul, tell them about the Dirty
Knobs podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the old Dirty Knobs podcast is hosted by BMX guys, Hollywood, Mike Miranda, EC Eric Carter, and JV James Vincent. Yeah,
that's it.
Is that properly
Oh,
pronouncing it? My first
Old
stab.
school.
I should have pre-read, huh? Bringing behind the scene stories and guests from back in the day. And that link will be up in the chat there. Dirty Knobs Podcast.
I've had a chance to check out episode 1. It's good stuff. You know, go check it out.
Was the knob dirty?
If you listen to it,
Yeah.
you know about winning practice then.
Win in practice. Yes. You got to win practice.
Gotta win practice, man.
I've never understood that, but I know what they're talking about when they say that, but I've never personally understood why you would have to do that.
And you
but-
guys know, like, I'm not like a super old school dude, right?
Mhm.
So, like, what Mike does with his podcast is you don't have to. It's very welcoming, and like, you know, I know Rad. That's about it.
Right.
Like,
I know
legit,
Rad.
dude. So, like, Mike and company and Eric and James, they do an awesome job of, like, not quite getting into weeds with, like, stories that you'd get lost in, you know?
Right.
Like their personal things or whatever. They do a really good job of framing their stories so that even if you weren't around or if you were around and you didn't know, very good job of making you feel like you were there.
Yeah. So it's kind of got that feel of you're sitting around the kitchen table and everybody's just kind of
shit talking.
Yeah, just kind of BSing away and talking.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's cool.
And if you guys have any news from your track, team, club, organization, or from Australia, make sure you guys send it in. Info at All Things BMX, and we'll make sure we get it on the Newsmaker segment. We look forward to having you guys send us stuff. And with that, did we do all the commercials? I think we were buying time. We did. Sorry, guys. Melissa, are you ready? It is time for Melissa's world-famous bombshell BMX trivia. Did we have a winner last week?
Yes, Greg won it last year. He donated it back.
Good dude.
He just wanted to make sure he could win.
Yeah. Now this week we have a very special prize.
Yeah, I will let you introduce that.
We're gonna put it on your camera though.
That's fine.
Special
I can
prize.
ban us.
It's a. All right. There you are. And I gotta turn that
Oh,
camera.
wow, double.
Sorry. There you go.
Double.
All right. So
I can handle it. Can you all? All right.
Oh, leave it alone.
Yes. Right. Double trouble.
it's a massive sticker pack now.
It's definitely growing.
It's a very chubby.
And
You're
just to
gonna
put
need
it
a
out
bigger-
there, if you have any stickers or advertisements or anything like that that you would like to put in the sticker pack on your behalf, go ahead and reach out on the Facebook page, and we'll work something out. We got a beverage koozie pro experience. If you don't know about these camps, you've been living under a rock.
Especially if you're watching our show.
Because we
Right.
promote the crap out of these, and you all should be there. there's tons and tons and tons of times and pros and all sorts of crazy
you're
stuff.
looking to up your BMX game, check out BMX Pro.
Yeah, and then I got a pink ghetto wear T-shirt.
Ghetto wear.
Aren't you coaching week 14?
Yeah. Chris Beer brought to you.
Right.
Part-time
All right,
BMX,
so then
son.
special edition.
Yeah. Here it is.
Only for this prize pack in behalf of Chris Allen and DeSoto BMX. We have a autographed
Carbone Cartel number plate. Now, here is the significance behind this number plate. Are you ready?
Lay it on me, Justin.
Melissa, are you ready?
100%.
Paul, are you ready?
I am ready.
Damon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I ran this number plate 2 weeks ago and won.
Yay.
That is my very own district number.
And it's signed by the
because I'm not
ball
that good. But ladies and gentlemen, I did win out of 12 riders.
Go this way.
You're welcome. It runs. It will. Here
I need to
is
go
what
this way
I'm
to get
going to
Paul's
say.
signature on there.
Oh, yeah, pulverizer.
Here's what I'm going to say. This is going to make you faster.
Yeah, well.
I mean, you can't run it, but you can collect it.
Well, if you're number 21, you can run it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or is that Z1?
And it's been autographed by the entire All Things BMX show.
You can always flip it upside down and run a 12.
Yep. All right, Melissa, what's
All
that
right.
trivia question?
So, I would like to know, what is the live music capital of the world?
Flint, Michigan.
I was going to say
That'd be a
Hartland,
big
Michigan.
Fat
but
no on that.
No.
What's the live music capital of the world?
Topeka.
Live music capital of the world.
Sean Gifford, you are right. I rode like a fat kid chasing an ice cream because I pictured that. He tried to make a fat kid joke at me, but I took it and run it.
JT rode like a fat kid chasing the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Nice. That's nice.
Actually, what I pictured was a beef brisket.
Ooh, can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong with a beef brisket.
Mm-mm.
No, you can't.
I'm thinking Dickie's barbecue and state race.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm already in August.
See? There you go. All right, we're going to go to the Mighty Mo's plug. You ready?
Yeah. Join us on the T-Bone sponsored Mighty Mo's BMX cruise aboard Royal Caribbean's Mariner of the Seas. It's a 5-night cruise, September 19th through the 24th, 2022, out of Port Canaveral, Florida. There will be spectacular dining, tons of fun, exciting entertainment, shopping, and so much more. There are several port stops along the way, including stops at Royal Caribbean's very own private island, which I've recently seen pictures of and cannot wait. It looks like so much fun.
Oh, it's going to be cool.
Oh. Anyways, Gate 9 number plates is sponsoring the Stomp and Stew event, effing this up, which will include a presentation by Stu. We will also be honoring Howard Cato with the Humanitarian Award, and recently announced BMXer Eddie King will be the MC for this event. The ATB show is sponsoring a dodgeball tournament, so be sure to sign up and make sure you choose wisely, because you know what. Contact Anita Tillman for all the details and to make those reservations. Riders ready? Watch the waves. Don't stop off.
It ran quick.
Yeah, you know.
I sped it up.
You did not.
What's more important is make sure you guys pay attention to those emails coming from Anita.
Yes, good point.
They are very informative. If you're going on this cruise, you gotta.
Do you have an additional countdown yet? How many
Oh
days,
no,
how
I
many
didn't.
weeks? Oh, okay.
Well, all right. So what was it? One.
While you're
Never
doing
mind.
math, all I got to do.
150 some days left.
Yeah. I can't do that math.
Tick tock, tick tock.
All right, that's fine.
But yeah, check out the emails.
I'm not good at math. I mean, one time I kind of figured out 4 + 4.
That's lean 8.
69, son. Anyway.
Oh.
Wow, that was terrible.
How about?
Is that a bad joke,
how
Paul?
about?
That was a bad joke.
Really?
There's like,
Like a bad
I mean,
joke?
I am like laughing
in
at
the
it,
first
but-
10 minutes when you start the show?
hey,
how about
all right.
next
who's
week's
who's
show?
on next week's show?
Gosh, next week's show.
There we go.
It's the 420 show, and we're smoking out up
yeah.
in smoke for this one. Chris, are
We're
you
gonna
doing
have
bong rips with us?
Dave's.
Were you doing bong rips with us?
No.
Because
Why not?
Don't
next,
do that.
Are there
next
bond
week's
rips
show
allowed in the basement?
Next week's
No.
show is
Just for
going to be
next
like a.
Not
So I
be
gotta
like-
walk outside.
It's
to-
gonna, it's gonna be like a Joe Rogan show. We're just
Can
gonna
I
be
take-
down
can
here,
we got a
Joe
long
Rogan.
cord? Can I take the camera with me?
drinking, getting out of control.
Put you on the
Oh,
hand
boy.
cam.
Well, she said no bond kids. She doesn't know about rolling up a Philly.
Death, man.
No
Okay.
smoking in there.
We're just.
Yeah, no smoking in the house.
What about vaping?
I'll veto that.
Same thing.
Actually,
Okay, brownies it is.
What about
we can't smoke in the house. Sanctions.
All right.
There's other locations.
Okay, so we're doing brownies then.
Oh my
Smoking,
gosh,
though.
you guys.
Ooh.
Run that camera out onto the
Anyone,
patio.
if anyone thinks everyone on the show needs to eat a brownie
Nope.
before the show,
Yes, yes.
just put it in the chat and let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
Anybody want to see
I'll
Chris Beard eat a
designate,
brownie?
I'll designate a drive for you, Chris. I'll give you a ride home.
You are gonna be the designated driver.
Wait, you?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I've got some experience.
Oh, you have the experience.
Actually, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring Noah in. All right, we're gonna bring Noah in with his bongs, and we're just gonna test out Noah's bongs.
There we go.
Yeah, through the whole show.
You guys do that from
So
the
if
patio.
anyone is interested in hosting the show,
Is this
That
like
Dave is
Noah
on.
42710 Dabber?
how many times do I gotta tell you stop talking in the chat? All right, tell them who's on the show next week.
All right, next week.
This is the L Smoke Down Show.
next week's show, April 20th, 420. We're going to have Dave Berquist from Bombshell BMX comes in. He's going to do his Moto 2.
Oh, it's going to be a bomb show.
We're going to talk about
Smoking.
Orca frames. We're going to talk about Bombshell parts. We're gonna,
Eating gummies.
and apparently eating gummies, I guess.
And brownies.
Brownies. It's 420, dude.
Which
Okay.
means nothing to you because you don't smoke weed.
I don't.
Well, he
But I
was-
will sit here and talk shit the entire night. It's going to be the most laid back podcast you're going to see.
Oh my gosh.
Chris, here, eat this.
Chris is going to show up late and I'll be like, just calm down, bro. Here you go.
Oh, like today.
You didn't make it in time. Here's a Snickers.
Here's a Snickers.
He'll be like, why doesn't it have a Snickers wrapper? Don't worry about it.
Is that Snickers from NorCal? I don't know.
That shit came right from Ronnie Anderson. All right, we're gonna
BMX
talk,
Showcase, sponsored by Answer BMX.
Did you see their new sprocket?
I saw it really quick. I didn't get a chance to get a good look at it, but they looked
Shit's
pretty
sweaty.
cool.
It's good.
So we're going to talk about, so go on answerbmx.com and check out their new sprockets. Check them out. Answer BMX, sponsor of the show. All right, so branded pop-ups. Check
good
these
stall.
things out, people. So, you've always wanted to have your own, let's say croupy tent. You're a big fan. Croupy or standard, I think, is the other one, right?
Nah, I'm thinking more of an All Things BMX.
Well, I'm going there.
Oh.
But if you want the really cool one, it's the All Things BMX Show canopy. You can get these from brandedpopups.com. Check them out. You can support your favorite company. He's got multiple brands in there. Gate 9 number plates has
T-Bone
BMX.
Carbone Cartel.
Carbone.
Sabroso. Shadow.
So that's the one I was thinking of, Shadow.
I got some sweet socks from him.
Oh, in a number plate, right?
I did.
Yeah, in a pizza box.
It was pretty rad.
So go check those out. And like we said, the coolest one to get is the All Things BMX Show one.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, I'm saving my
Paul?
allowance for that one.
Here it is. Big news out of Florida.
Oh, yeah. Florida March Madness winner. It was Oak Healy BMX.
Thank you for not
Upset.
delivering on that buildup.
What did you want me to do?
Wah, wah, wah. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul is going to bring you the winner of the
Yeah, moving on.
Florida BMX March Madness. Okay.
You can't criticize him and then
I
fuck it up
can't,
yourself.
dude. I did.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure
So-
what I was supposed to do
so-
there. I read
So
it.
Actually, you know what? It was-
Okahili outlasted or
They
jumped ahead of or
It
beat
was big time.
Cape
Man.
Coral BMX.
Good. Yeah, it was.
Oh, see, I forgot
last-
who they were
last
even up
year's
against.
winner.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was. Yeah. But shout out to Michigan and Ohio for copying their, contest because we had good participation. So can't wait for next year, and can't wait for next year's Florida March Madness. And just a quick shout out, Yellow Cat will be on board for the branded pop-up. So you guys know if you want to get your own Yellow Cat gate starting system, branded pop-ups will have it.
Yeah, check those things out. They are cool. Just see.
All right,
Now.
Melissa.
Sorry, multitasking.
Yeah, I know. You're the producer. You got a lot of work to do.
Too much.
We have like so much news though this week.
True, that is true. So I just wanted to mention, Melissa Bray had brought this up on her show a couple weeks ago, but our listener Debbie Lipart and her daughter sent this in to us. Her daughter Annalise, who rides for Black Ops BMX, and her Girl Scout troop are working on earning their Girls BMX Girl Scout Silver Award. So they're hosting an event. So this is happening at Whitney Mesa BMX, and it's Saturday, April 30th. The event goes from 2 to 4 p.m., and check-in begins at 1:30. The admission is free, and it includes a patch. But you got to I think you have to sign up for a one-day temp membership at least to be on
USA
the track.
BMX.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you got to have a helmet, long sleeves, pants, tennis shoes, and all that stuff. So the other very important deal is that all ages are welcome, but the boys are only welcome to sit on the bleachers.
All girls event.
Yes, all girls event. So, and Melissa Bray's going to be there, I believe, helping them out. So that should be a good time. So we're going to put the information. Go check them out. They got a Facebook page, I believe, that fills in the detail. But if you are in the area of Whitney Mesa BMX 2 weekends from now, go check this out. Help these girls out.
Thank you,
I did
Melissa.
not know that they had a BMX patch for Girl Scouts. That's
well,
pretty cool.
That's the kind of cool thing about Girl Scouts is their general topics, and then they let the girls with their own creativity come up with it. So this particular patch might have to do with a community event or volunteering or some kind of organizational, or maybe it's a grouping of all of them. And so she related it to her BMX.
Like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I believe. It's been a long time since I've been in the Girl Scouts.
All right, and our next little bit of information is brought to you by our friends in Evansville. So we have the 45th anniversary reunion vintage BMX swap meet show down here, and it's going to happen at the state qualifier. So this is going to go on June 11th at 11 a.m. Make sure you guys are there. It's going to be a good time. You can hang out with all your friends. The vintage show, $5 per bike entry. So, Paul, you have one bike you can bring in. Chris, you got 90. It's going to get pricey. $3 though for your retro gear. So that's kind of cool. So like,
so if
you know what I'd like to see is like a JT helmet with the Jaffa.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
Nice.
cool. So that's only like $3. And if you're voting, if you're not going to display anything or whatnot, you can, $1 per ballot. So if Paul shows up, give me $300. I'll make sure you win. It's $1 per ballot. And
that's kind of cool though, because it's fundraising for
dude,
the
it's
track.
Exactly. So like, it encourages you to have your friends show up. I like this idea.
Yeah,
they're on to something.
That's how you stuff the ballot box.
That's what exactly. So the award divisions are 20-inch race bike, freestyle cruiser, mini, weirdo, which Paul could just show up and win, retro gear, which Chris you could win, best display, best of show. Make sure you guys check it out. I'll put the link in the chat. This swap meet goes on if you guys are looking to buy a venue. They're $10 for your 10 by 10 foot space. It's going to be a good time, and all the proceeds go not to one track but to 2 tracks. So it goes to Evansville and George Mason BMX. So that's pretty awesome. They're collabing, as the kids say these days. That's pretty awesome. So like to see that. Good stuff there. And it's it's just going to be hella huge, man. Like Old School is going to show up.
Oh,
it's going to be a great time, right? So, and if we can't make it down there, you guys make sure you send us some stuff, all right? So we can
send
put
us
it on
pictures,
here. And look, before we go back to Melissa for the winner of the trivia, I just want to say thank you. All right. Get serious for 2 seconds, all right? Thank you to everybody that reached out to me the last couple weeks. It's been a rough few weeks for me. Mm-hmm. Chris, thank you.
You're welcome.
Paul, Melissa,
no problem.
And everybody, man. I really appreciate it, man. It's to say it's been shitty is a understatement, but as we talked earlier, we were talking to Mr. Chris Allen. This is the beauty about BMX, man. You guys have all been there to help and support and pick another racer up.
You want to
thank
hug
you
now?
Guys. I do, but I'll wait till after the show.
There you go, Chris.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
I'll have Toby give you a hug.
It's always awkward with Toby because he has so many arms. But thank you.
No problem.
I
JT.
really, truly appreciate it. Each and every one of you, Damon checking in on me and everybody. It's thanks, guys. And with that, we're gonna transition. Serious for a minute to our winner, Melissa. I think I might know who the winner is. I was peeking.
So?
I was peeking.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there's some irony. So Austin Kelly is actually the winner.
Oh,
how did he beat Steve?
Oh, he's way.
Oh,
Steve, look, go all the way up.
It's mine doesn't refresh.
Oh, yeah. So
I am on the old computer that we now have a replacement for.
Nope. Austin Kelly came in first with Austin, Texas. That
really
is considered
Yep. Austin, Texas.
The live.
Swore it was Hartland,
and
Michigan.
that's where the special.
Gee, Austin would know that.
Yeah, right.
He would. Hipster.
So, runner-up goes to Steve Dyer, and Remy Gifford also had.
Remy chimed in and knew that one?
Yeah, those were the top threes. But, yeah, Austin popped into my chat first. So, Austin, I'm happy to give your prize pack to Paul, because he'll probably see you before I will.
Does he really want an autograph? All Things BMX?
Of course he does.
We'll put that up at the...
I feel like Richfield Park is where that should go.
Yeah. Wow, Justin, he's like... knocking you, man, for that.
Hey, Paul. And before we go to the next segment,
I thought that was actually going to be worse than that. I wasn't sure.
Here's
where
what
that
I wanted
was
to show
gonna-
you guys. So coming up real soon, we do have ATV number plates.
Click on your camera.
My camera?
Yeah.
Oh, let me go to Melissa.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't work. So we have ATV number plates. I'm going to be posting this stuff on our social media page.
Guess I can back up. There's that.
Yeah, and we have side plates and
There's
cruiser
the
plates,
mini.
pro plates. The normal. And thank you, Gate 9, for helping us out on this because this has always been like a cool thing I've wanted to do.
Yep,
These are
that's their
OG
side.
number plates, all right? And well, as OG as you can go for side plates, but you put your number on them. No, like these are like that's it, man. Like you put your number on them and run this, man. I mean, so I'll be posting on our social media page here with Chris and everybody how you can order these things. Listen, we're gonna sell them, and all the money that we make on these goes right back on the show to pay for that new computer I bought on a credit card that Melissa doesn't know that I got.
Look at her, look at him.
Hey, can we run those side plates over our brakes like we used to back in the days?
Oh no, we have to get Steve Dyer to design those.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the old school brake
The
caliper
brake plates?
cover.
Yeah, Steve sent that to me the other week. So anyway, look, these are the best number plates you can buy. These are built out of the
Hands
best
down.
plastic
Science can fabricate.
that Fauci can't make up. So this is the ink that is the Indol ink. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, I'll be posting how
They're
you can
really
Thank you,
cool.
Billy.
And
Thank
if
you,
you
Billy.
want to
So-
help the show out,
Yeah.
order yourself one of these new.
You don't even have to use them. I don't care. Just hang
buy
the
'em.
bitches up in your garage, put them on the front of your car, throw them at Chris when you see him because he never shows up in his helicopter.
What? My what?
You don't show up in your helicopter.
Oh, helicopter. Okay.
All right, you ready for birthday?
Hey, we'll sign them too if you want to sign one.
Well, We couldn't
Just
even
saying.
give away the one that we signed tonight.
Yeah.
Austin said it's going on the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah,
He did?
Yeah.
What wall? Is it going next
Whatever
to?
wall he decides.
Is
to
it
put
going
on.
next to Boshin's jersey that's hanging up in the registration from Australia?
I don't know. I have to ask him.
All right.
Are you ready for birthdays?
Oh Lord. No.
There's a lot. 22 birthdays.
Wow.
You know what?
Screwed
No,
it up.
we're going to here.
DB Sports World, the best value in the world on Bike TV.
Sen kalk mimini mikrofonunu get bak Jack burada diktafonunu tak kağıt kalem bir de ilham alınacak tam gaz çapız havada düşmana buna çıkalım bakalım hadi bu bedodu kazanalım.
We started in the Midwest. Now we about to take it all over the world, baby. This is the pinnacle.
About ready for that birthday time, right?
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah. So many birthdays tonight.
Yeah, and I just looked at the first couple on the list. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna screw this up.
I wish I could tell you I put the hard ones on the first part, but it's not.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it just gets worse.
Oh, so everybody.
Choked up already.
Oh my gosh, sorry. Apologize for that. Everybody, you're celebrating your birthday this week. We got a handful of them here for you tonight. So we have Byron Voderman,
Good enough.
Craig Cassidy, John Perry, Chris Kinney. Here's an old school name, Jeff Botima, which they just came out with new Botima forks from.
Oh, nice.
Stack of them coming out.
Oh
of
yeah,
Florida.
I think JD Sports.
Yeah, he's got tons.
You know,
of
he's
them.
got him over there.
Mhm.
Jeff DeVito, Dante Jackson, Nicholas Weigel,
Brandy Lachansky.
I'm stuck on the last name. I'm like,
Reading ahead.
Tori Nyhog, Coffee Chatter. Jamie Page, that would be the Boogeyman's mother.
Yep.
Michael Rincon, our friend from way up north.
It's not north, technically.
Well, this
He's
too.
kind of east.
Well, okay, he's east of
Everyone
where
thinks
we're at.
Do you realize if you leave Detroit and go south, you run into Canada?
That's true.
There's your useless trivia knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that on a map. Anybody who's not from Detroit, Canada is south of Detroit. So this would be our good buddy, the Flying Canuck. I think he goes by.
He does.
Campbell Milliken.
Yep.
Brian Ladd, Mason Wirch,
Weird.
AKA
The panty dropper.
the panty dropper.
Oh, that's I forgot about that one.
Especially mannequins. And there's no story there.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Poor kid.
Or mud flap.
Or
Mud flap.
Although I think he's had his hair off.
He did. He
Yeah.
doesn't have a mullet anymore.
No mullet?
Can't mud flap him anymore.
There's
I know.
no therapist charge enough to correct that kid.
Yeah.
No.
You rode with us down to Rock Hill. You know.
He's ruined.
That's the therapy bills for that.
He's
for
gonna
that
be a
guy's
pro.
gonna be something
He'll
else.
be a pro BMXer.
Happy birthday,
among us.
Mason.
Happy
We love
birthday.
you.
In your honor.
Happy birthday, Mason.
Joel Moore, Crit Plate, P.J. O'Brien.
You know he did the front flip at the Grands.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
No, I did not know that.
You mean the unintentional?
Right.
not like a trick. Like he legit did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
in the all white.
It was badass.
Anyways.
Wayne Beadsworth.
Good enough. I didn't know.
Luke Bagnoli.
Close enough.
What?
That's what I
I
would
don't like how you say close enough because that
I
doesn't
didn't know either.
like
dude.
I butchered it.
That's what I do when I don't know.
Todd Wiley and Mr. Matt Blankstrom. If you want to have your birthday announced on the All Things BMX Show, make sure you email us at info@allthingsbmxshow.com or be friends with Justin on Facebook.
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's your fastest route.
That's the fastest way to get there.
Use that thing we pay $6 a week for. Isn't that what it is?
What?
The email address?
No, it's $12 a month.
Oh, okay. All right.
You better find a goddamn sponsor that pays for that, smart ass.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm on. I'll
You realize that
I'm on
I
it
don't
tomorrow.
drink beer, so I have no cans to take back?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer either.
Nope.
I
No
drink
way.
like 4 2-liters a month, so
Right.
we're going to be waiting a while for me to get enough saved up. So,
Hey, that's 40 cents a month.
yeah, that is. That's
It all affects
long
the
ways.
bottom line.
Yeah, so folks not from Michigan know all of our pop bottles, beer cans are 10
Anything
cents.
carbonated.
Anything
Yes.
with carbonation in it
So
that comes
good.
in a
We
bottle
pay a
or a
deposit,
can.
yep.
So as soon as those hard seltzers took off,
Oof.
Michigan was like, we ain't
Then he
fixing
says
our
pop
roads.
cans, and they don't know what that means either.
Yeah, right.
What's that pop? What? Yeah,
All
soda.
right, yeah, so folks don't know that. In Michigan, we call soda
Give me
pop.
Chris, give me my knife so I can stab Paul.
It's true.
Do what?
It's a
He's
fact of
talking
a fact.
shit on soda and pop over
Hey,
here.
dude, we're from Michigan. It's pop.
It's the right place. They call everything Coke.
Some places do, yeah. Well, if they want to call it the wrong thing.
I have a machete underneath this table.
I'll have a Pepsi Coke. How does that work? It doesn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a Coke,
Doesn't
and then they
Texas.
say what kind, and you say Pepsi or
Yeah,
Sprite
Melissa's
or whatever.
right. She's right. We're not that.
All right.
So, as I said, I was going to address
Culture.
what our friend from Australia asked earlier, right?
Oh yeah, please. Yes, he wanted to know what your thoughts were on the live broadcast, racing broadcast that you watched.
All right.
In Australia last weekend.
So, currently we're sitting at 25 live viewers.
All right.
Here's what I want to say. The Australian feed that was brought to you by AUS
Australia BMX.
Australia BMX. Thanks, Chris. Their feed, just it's everything you've ever wanted. Okay, and so they had their national going on at the same time USA BMX had one going on. And look, I don't want to sound like I'm knocking, but there's a lot of pointers to be taken. And as somebody that's learned the technology that it takes to import outside feeds for whatever, I understand. I get it. They're way ahead of us. That's all I'm going to say.
We need to
It
catch up.
was impressive. They had multiple camera angles, picture in picture, and they did that in just the motos. Okay. So it was really amazing. And when I saw their pro set, I almost shit myself.
Oh, really? It's a pretty impressive one.
I think the first lip on their pro set had to be like 8 or 9 feet.
Whoa.
Dude, you came out of the first turn and it defined who was going to go and who wasn't going. It was amazing. Like, I mean, granted, somebody's going to argue this right now with what I'm saying. Like, oh, there's less tracks in Australia than there are in the United States because they're both about the same square foot, miles, whatever the hell it is.
Country's about the same size.
No, actually, Australia's bigger. So, I get it. However, they have less tracks, less opportunities, and they still have a epic live feed. And, wow. That's all I gotta say. Like, so on the bottom of the screen where like our names are, that was where the times were.
Oh, I was gonna say they had timing.
But then as people finished, it went to the top. So you knew who finished.
Oh, see, I only watched it for a few minutes. I didn't.
It was super late. It was way past our bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying
It was 8.
pretty much 9-ish, 9:30, somewhere around there. But they're doing big things there, and the cool things is it's not just for like the pros or big races. Like they do it at just whatever, dude. That's what they do. So to answer his question, it was epic, and
they got it going on.
Yeah, there's a lot to pick up, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a lot of shit for this, but like we got a lot. USA BMX, we got a lot of work to do, man, because they're way ahead of us, and they're doing it with less work because they're using like self-tracking software on the camera.
Oh, on the cameras.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty slick stuff.
Now that I will never be allowed at another USA BMX race. You guys have a good night, Chris. Take us out.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us, Chris Allen, DeSoto BMX. Thank you, sir, for hanging out with us this evening. We appreciate it. Make sure you check us out on socials. We are Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We're live on there. Like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you're still watching right now, reach up there and hit the little like button. Also, you can catch our podcast version anywhere you get your podcast from. That's sponsored by Dye Job Apparel.
And speaking of them, are you ready for their commercial?
Oh, we got a commercial?
Yo, the dog is here. Yo, the dog is here. Yo, the dog is here. Yo, where the East Coast at? Where the West Coast?
Wu-Tang Clan coming at ya. Watch your step, kid. So set it off. Watch your step, kid. De-Inspector Deck. I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor. Terrorize the jam like troops in Pakistan, swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man. So all tick-tock and keep ticking, when I get you flipping off the shit I'm kicking. The Lone Ranger, co-ed, danger, deep in the dark with the art to rip the charts apart. The vandal, too hot to handle your battle. You're saying goodbye like Tevin Campbell.
There you go.
So what happens is,
are we muted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. So, like,
No.
we're not going out right now.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, yeah.
I was waiting for.
We got hit.
Huh?
We got hit.
Yeah. So what happens is this. They hit us for the